God give it to me, I'm going to let it shine. In my home, I'm going to let it shine. Shoot, out in the world, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine in all ways, in all places, giving glory to Christ the King. Amen, amen. So, I did decide to focus on the same verse again to see if I can mine it like a diamond mine, like a gold mine, sifting through the soil. Matthew 12:33. Either make the tree good and its fruit good, or else make the tree bad and its fruit bad, for a tree is known by its fruit. Brood of vipers! How can you, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth good things, and an evil man out of an evil treasure brings forth evil things. But I say to you that for every idle word men may speak, they will give account of it in the day of judgment. For by your words you will be justified, and by your words you will be condemned. Now, Christ speaks on a number of occasions kind of about how he says something very similar to this about works. By your works, you will give account, and you will be justified. However, he also says enough, because one of my things is like, man, these sections always trouble me because like they seem to lead to me again to this to legalism, which for those of you who do or do not know, legalism more or less is just like kind of works based. It's like, but by our following of the law, we earn our salvation. Of any of God's law, that we earn our salvation. Whereas the way Christ describes salvation is that he earned it. He earned it for us. And in calling on his name and literally crying out for that gift, repenting of ourselves and turning towards that mercy, he does it. He does it. He calls us, he robes us, he saves us. And that anything we do is born out of our nature in that. And certainly, our words and our actions, we know, are tantamount, are humongous. They are signs and wonders of the signs and wonders within us that he has wrought. And any good tree, any tree that he has nested in is a good tree. Therefore, it must bear good fruit. And if you're not bearing any fruit, you need to examine where you are and what you're resisting and who you need to surrender to. And indeed, by in and of ourselves, Christ says over and over again, we are bad trees. An evil man out of the evil treasure brings forth evil things. Because it's funny, because he says, by your words you'll be justified. And he's talking to Pharisees here who would totally be like, all right, then we're fine then. Because we don't speak anything against the law. But he's one of the most beautiful and amazing, and I think really insightful things Christ came to speak was the law is good, the law of God is righteous. But if you do anything, if you obey the law with an impure heart, if you murder someone in your heart, if you commit adultery in your heart, if you dishonor your mother and father in your heart, you have disobeyed the law. Do you not know that you are created, we are creatures of spirit and flesh? So we merely think that what we trespass on in the flesh is what will count. You know what I mean? Is what God sees. God is an almighty, all-seeing thing. And in and of ourselves, we are bad trees with bad fruit. Small fruit. Wasted away fruit. But Christ came to transform us, to give us this treasure, to be the good treasure of our hearts. So in our actions, in our deeds, in our obedience, that it is not that thing that justifies us, but it is the living in the transformation of our hearts, as opposed to simply taking this transformation and then struggling so hard to just live the exact same way and still pursue evil. Because again, once again, to quote Bob Dylan, you gotta serve somebody. And so often, I think, in our very nature, like our sin self, the deep, like, selfish part of ourself that says, I got it, that will not give control to God, tries to wrestle it back, even while claiming God's blessings. And man, that will be seen out, not only in your heart, but it always comes out. It comes out through what you do or what you speak. And of course here, he's just talking what you speak on. Ooh, 6 minutes already. Sorry, trying to keep these short, y'all, so you can get about your day. Go do some holy business. Surrender to the Lord, amen? Well, amen. Selah.